but never lose sight of what is your primary education. Primary objective is to fight for the education of our society. And therefore, pillar number one should be free education. Everything else should come second. Because once we attain free education, then we know that a sustainable solution for economic freedom has been attained. Because if we give people free education if we give people economic freedom and they are not educated, that freedom can always be taken away from them. It becomes so easy for people to undermine not only economic freedom but also political freedom. It is as a result of illiteracy that our people think that the GA can be an alternative. They've got no idea what we're dealing with. But once you educate people that a white person is not a medicine for a black person, because our people think that the inability of the ANC to deliver is because it's not led by white people. So if we're to get white people to lead us, then we'll be productive and our economy will grow and people will get jobs and all those type of things. But that's not true. So the capitalist system actually reproduces illiterate people, because it is out of that ignorance and illiteracy that capitalism will become bigger and bigger and no one will challenge it. That's why capitalism produces illiterate people. Africa as a whole has got a problem of illiteracy because of the system of capitalism. It's not socialism which has created these problems we are confronted with. If people say socialism is not a solution, neither is capitalism a solution, because the reason we seek for a solution is because we have a crisis. And this crisis has been created by capitalism. They need to show us in the whole of Africa where capitalism has actually succeeded. So capitalism reproduces illiterate people because it is through illiteracy that people will be ignorant. And once they are ignorant, the capitalists do as they wish. So education then helps us to defeat the evil system of capitalism. That's why it must not just be free. Free doesn't mean money. Yes. It must also be free ideologically. Yes. It must be an education that liberates the mind of an African child. And that teaches you self-respect and love. And that you are what you are because of how you were born, and no one else must take away that right from you. So I made a point at Stellenbosch that our struggle has been the struggle to live like white people. And some fellows who thought they know black consciousness better than all of us then criticized me that no, he's talking about the Range Rover and all those things. That's not what. It is only small minds that think about material. When people speak, the first thing you think of is material. Because you lack a thought process. You cannot process what this person is saying. We want to live like white people because their right and their race is recognized as a human race, yes. And that's what we want as well. We want our human race to be recognized in the same way white race is recognized, And our human race must have all rights. And it must participate everywhere it wishes to participate without any limitation. It must accumulate anything it wishes to accumulate without any limitation on the basis of the color of their skin. That's what we say. The rest of these others of living like whites are petty issues. First, we need to fight for this race to be recognized like their counterparts in the whole world, not only in Africa. And when we talk about living like white people, it is a narrow mind that will think about Alexander and Santin, who are far bigger than that. We're not talking about these small things. We're speaking about international politics, because in terms of material, blacks live like whites in some of the parts of the world, yet they do not enjoy the same rights. I mean, Jay-Z lives better than white people in America. He has gone, in terms of material, he has gone beyond. But that doesn't give him a right to exist as equal to white counterparts.